All right, YouTube, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. It is Tuesday, October 28th. We got game number 4 of the World Series to dive into in today's video. Like we always do, I'm going to dive into this game. I'm going to break it down. I'll give you my prediction on the side. I'll give you my prediction on the total. We'll talk about any other plays like player props that we like within the game as well. But as always, guys, make sure to keep an eye down on the pinned comment of this video. That's where you'll find all of my final plays so that I'm actually rolling with myself. If that does interest you, if you do want to fade me, all of that absolutely free down in the pinned comment. In terms of how we did yesterday, we go 1-1. We took both starting pitchers over 1.5 walks. I do think that these were good looks. Obviously, Scherzer doesn't come through, so how good can it be, right? It's still an L on your forehead. But there was a couple points there where he kind of got out of dodge with a few sweepers and stuff like that guys missed. Tyler Glass now cashes that. I think he ended with 3 walks there. A 1-1 night, kind of obscure taking 2 pitchers in that game, because that game ended up being one of the best World Series games ever, I guess, in a sense, right? Now, there's been some long ones. I remember the Red Sox Dodgers, but 18 innings last night. Freddie Freeman walks it off essentially with a home run. I mean, that was a very, very good game. Now, how does that impact today? We're going to talk about that, guys. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Got the Dodgers taking on Toronto, obviously. On the mound for the Dodgers is going to be Shohei Ohtani. At least that's who's starting or listed as the starter today. I would keep an eye on these pitchers, guys, just because of last night and the craziness. I feel like things could change, especially someone like Shohei, who batted and had a phenomenal game last night, now has to go and pitch the next day. Things could be a little weird, right? That being said, they threw their whole bullpens, each of these teams, so who else would they go to? But overall, you do have Shohei on the mound going up against Shane Bieber. Now, Shane Bieber has been Mr. Consistent here, one to close out the season if you look at kind of the bulk of his last few starts, as well as the playoffs. I mean, he's pretty much giving you 2 earned runs through, 4, 5, 6 innings, depending on the situation. I don't necessarily think that he's in a terrible spot here against the Dodgers overall. I think that Shane Bieber can pitch fairly well. I mean, his pitch mix isn't all that bad. When I say bad, I mean like how it matches up against this squad. He's kind of struggles against righties, and I feel like that's okay right now, the way that Shohei and Freddie Freeman even are hitting. It's like, okay, well, I wouldn't want to be struggling against lefties against the way that these guys are, seeing the ball. So I guess his one little blemish might be able to get him out of dodge. He's going to throw a ton of fastball, cutters, even the knuckle curveball. And, the slider could be the one pitch that gets him in trouble. But all those other pitches I mentioned, this is a Dodgers team that's obviously hitting the crap off the ball, but it's not like they're hitting the fastball or anything like that, like special. So yeah, that slider could get him into jail and get him into trouble, but the curve, the fastball, the cutter, the knuckle curve, I think could be decent enough pitches. So I don't expect Shane Bieber to get absolutely tagged today. On the Shohei side of things, it's going to sound crazy, me thinking I expect him to get hit. The only reason I could see this Jays team hitting Shohei is because of what I already kind of talked about. Shohei just was instrumental in that game yesterday. It was a long game. I think he actually got walked. Was it like 5 times, which is absolutely crazy. But he had multiple home runs. He had like 12 total bases. The dude went off, right? So you sit there and it's like, okay, well, you really expected to go out there and deal and pitch in game 4 of the World Series after that? Like, that would be hard in my brain, right? So I do think that it's worth considering Toronto today. You're getting them for what, around plus 186 right now, best odds available. They are showing that they can compete. Now, has the series kind of gone the way that I predicted, in the sense of, other than game 1, the Dodgers will have the big hit when they need to and all that? I mean, yeah, they're up 2-1 in this series. You can't deny that, right? They are the better team. I don't think we can deny that. But this Toronto team is good enough to, one, win this series, win this game. They may not be the better team, but going to, was it 18 innings? Can we fact check that? I think it was 18 innings, right? My brain's spacing right now. Yeah, 18 innings. Isn't that funny? Like, when your brain knows something, like I knew it's 18 innings. But then it just sounds so crazy that you're like, wait, that can't be right. I must be saying something wrong. But either way, like, going to 18 innings shows that both these teams are on equal playing fields to some degree. So I do lean Toronto today. I don't know if I have the cojones to drop them on the table and roll with it again. Shohei has been dealing pitching-wise, and obviously he's been batting freaking laces off the ball. So it's like this Dodgers team is seeming like the team that's going to be the World Series champion. But after an 18-inning game in which Shohei obviously, hopefully, I would think in this case, exerted a lot of energy batting, going to go out there and toss the rock today? I don't know. I just don't think that that's a great situation. Throw in the fact that, say, that isn't the best situation, right? This is still a Toronto bullpen that I'd prefer over the Dodgers. Now, they pitched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys. You can see this via the MLB dashboard we have on the site right now. Guys, I would highly recommend, I know we only have a couple MLB days left, but go check out the dashboards. GuyBostonSports.com, in the members area, go to the dashboards here. Obviously, the MLB dashboard may become less and less relevant, but sign up for the All Sports dashboard. You get access to everything, NBA and NFL. But this is what I want to talk about here. They threw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys, and none of them pitched a little amount, right? Like, they all threw a lot. But on the other side of things, I mean, the Dodgers, who I consider a worse bullpen, threw 6 guys, right? Now, obviously, you have Banda, Kershaw, and let's see, Dreyer. They could pitch again, right? Freedom probably could as well, so maybe they're in a better situation because all these guys threw a ton of pitches. But overall, like, if Shohei has any sort of fatigue, and I'm not even holding that against him. Like, if Shohei is fatigued, I think that makes a hell of a lot of sense. Like, I'm not going to sit here and be like, how could you be fatigued? Dude, they asked a lot of you yesterday, and they're asking you a lot today here to go out there and pitch. If he's fatigued and doesn't pitch deep into the games, I worry that this Toronto bullpen puts up a big number against the Dodgers late in the game, right? So, yeah, I'm going to lean towards Toronto. I also don't mind the over with those bullpens. Man, you better hope you get some ace performance out of Shane Bieber and Shohei Ohtani because both of these bullpens are taxed. I could see a lot of runs coming in late. Now, from a player prop perspective, there's one spot that I like the idea of. Not exactly sure the confidence level just due to the fact that we have a limited sample size, but let's talk about that in just a second. Before we get there, I want to talk to you guys about Chalkboard. Yes, we're talking MLB right now, but they have a free Steph Curry PRA line. 1 assist, 1 point, 1 rebound. It cashes here, 0.5 PRA. Head over there, guys. Link down in the description as well as the pinned comment. You're going to get that free square as well as all the other promos they have going on. And you're going to get 100% of your first deposit matched. Absolute no-brainer. Chalkboard quickly becoming one of, if not my true favorite DFS player prop app out there. Been absolutely loving it. I love the fact that they have game picks on there as well. You can pick money line, spreads, totals, all that. And you can also just pick one play. You don't need to put 2 or more into an entry like a lot of other apps out there. So go ahead and check it out, guys. Again, that is Chalkboard. That link will be down below in the description as well as the pinned comment. Now, let's talk about that player prop that I kind of hinted at. Freddie Freeman is someone that I like the idea of today. He's gotten 1,000 slugging against Shane Bieber. ISO of 750. He's batting 250 against him. That one hit out of the 4 at-bats he has, remember when I said that is not that big of a sample size? It was a home run, a solo shot, right? So, I mean, you look at that and it's kind of like, well, wait, those numbers seem good, but it's only 4 at-bats. And I did say Shane Bieber has been, Mr. Consistent and that type of thing. But I do think we look at Freddie Freeman in this spot, even though, he had the miraculous home run last night. You kind of expect him to come back down to earth to some degree. But right now, checking into the outlier screen, you could see Freddie Freeman, last 2 games here, he's looked pretty good in terms of that hits, runs, and RBIs. If you want him in terms of like a hit parlay, I like that as well. You can toss him in over there too, if that pleases you. The next one here is a little crazy. Yes, it's Shohei Ohtani, and there's an under next to what we like here. Under 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Listen, nobody is ragging on Ohtani. No one's acting like Ohtani isn't the best player in this series by far, okay? But again, he's been going off. He's been asked a lot. If he has any sort of like priority to pitch the ball well today, can we really expect him to go out there and hit the ball that well too? I mean, a lot of people would probably sit there and be like, yeah, it's freaking Shohei Ohtani. He can do it. But after 18 innings, 9 at-bats, getting walked 5 times, I just don't necessarily love the spot here. And like I said, this is a Shane Bieber that is good against lefties. In fact, this season, 156 average against lefties. Shohei, 13 times he's seen Shane Bieber, just 2 hits, 1 RBI, has struck out nearly 50% of the time, and has a batting average of 154. I know it's crazy. I know it's asinine to fade the best player in the series, maybe the best player in the game right now. It might be something that we're rolling with as a final play today, just situationally. Let me know down in the comments, guys. Am I crazy for trying to fade Shohei, both I guess, from Toronto moneyline lean, but also something I might like a little bit more, under 2.5 hits, runs, and RBIs. Even when pitching, I know we could have a bad hitting day and one flick of the bat and this thing's over, but I don't know. I think that after 18, I've said it, I'm not going to say it again. 18 innings, pitching now just seems like a weird situation for a hitter. But guys, it's going to wrap it up for today's show. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Catch you guys in the next one, all right? Peace out.